Did anybody watch this television program that we just discussed this past week?
That is a very interesting question. Before I answer that, Jim, let me just tell you, according to WrestleTix, AEW Dynamite, Wednesday, May 7, 2025, the Masonic Temple Theater, Detroit, Michigan. Tickets distributed 2,954.
Ooh. Well, I mean, it was respectable in the theater, but it is off-putting now. We said they should run smaller buildings, but I guess there are no smaller arenas in most places. In a theater setting, it's disconcerting to see that big video screen just right behind the ring on the left-hand side and no seats,
Yeah.
no distance, no ramp, no nothing. You're just there. They come out of the wall.
I thought about that during the women's match. I think when Anna Jay hit the ring and, turned the pose to the camera, I'm thinking, the fans just watched her walk out there. She acknowledged them, and then she turns away from them to pose for the camera where there are no fans. It's bizarre. It's bizarre when you're not just in a big empty arena, when it's literally a theater where there's just cameras on one side. With that being said, I thought it looked cool. I actually liked the look, especially the backstage stuff. When all of a sudden you're doing your promos in like a classy
the wood
stairwell.
paneling.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wood paneling looked nice. And no, the theater, it looked like the Hammerstein Ballroom look with the box seats and the various. So that looks nice. It's an old-fashioned theater. It's disconcerting a little bit to see that giant video wall right next to the ring.
Just for the record, the last time they were in Detroit, according to WrestleTix here, the Little Caesars Arena for Dynamite, May 2023, 8,173.
Ooh, well,
but
they didn't make it this time.
Obviously, that just means more people at home. Let's get to the ratings here. Jim, AEW Dynamite on TBS, Wednesday, May 7th, 8 to 10:05 p.m. On average, watched by 629,000 viewers.
Is that not what it was last week? Why that number?
It is. Last week was 629. It's exactly what it was last week.
At this point, how is that? I guess coincidences happen.
It says here, confirmed by WrestleNomics, the total viewership and key demo rating are the same as last week. And then in caps, this is not an error. Because that would be anyone's first thought.
Well, we said that they are down to the people that pretty much going to watch this no matter what they do. And maybe that's it right now.
Well, let's get to these ratings. And again, these were compiled by WrestleNomics, AEW Dynamite on TBS, May 7th, 2025. Quarter 1, 8 to 8:15 p.m. The Adam Page, Will Ospreay, and Don Callis live promo confrontation, 714,000 viewers.
Okay, I'm going to say that is a little bit below possibly where they started last week, just off the top of my head.
It's in the range. I don't know exactly what it was last week. But we go to quarter 2, 8:15 to 8:30 p.m. The Stokely Hathaway FTR live promo, the Anna J. Harley Cameron backstage promo. I like both those women. That was ridiculous, that promo.
Oh, I didn't even mention it because all I was going to say was the fakest, silliest, stupidest bunch of shit I've ever seen.
And the start of Toni Storm versus Thunder Rosa versus Penelope Ford versus Anna Jay with picture-in-picture, 719,000 viewers.
Good Lord. So apparently the amalgamation of Tits Incorporated got the sexually frustrated AEW audience to 5,000 more of them to join the jump on the party, on the bandwagon. That's unusual. When's the last time they picked up in their second quarter?
I don't know. Last week, I think they were pretty respectable in the second quarter, but I don't remember if it was up.
I don't think it was.
Well, quarter
but maybe
3,
something else was up. That's why.
Quarter 3, be professional. Quarter 3, 8:30 to 8:45 p.m.
Wait, you want me to charge for it? That's illegal.
The continuation of the 4-way match, the post-match, an ad break, and the Hurt Syndicate's confrontation with Top Flight and MJF's live angle, 677,000 viewers.
Again, very respectable, only 42,000 down, the Hertz and MJF in that segment. So what I'm seeing now is the last part of this show is going to suck donkey balls, but go ahead.
We go now to quarter four, 8:45 to 9 p.m. The Elite and Ricochet backstage.
That's what's going to start it.
An ad break. Nick Wayne versus Rhino. The post-match with the patriarchy. Rush's backstage promo in a very nice staircase, and he was wearing a sweater. The whole thing was very classy. 662,000 viewers.
Okay, so the second hour of the program is going to fall in a fucking hole that reaches all the way to the core of the earth. They are still not down. This is the most consistent first hour in the history of the show. And they're still not down to what their average was. So what the fuck happens?
We go now to the big 9 o'clock hour, Jim, quarter 5, 9 to 9:15 p.m. The start of Mark Briscoe, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Swerve Strickland versus Ricochet and the Young Bucks with picture-in-picture, 631,000 viewers.
Okay, it begins. They lost 31,000 at the top of the hour with their EVPs and some of their alleged major stars, but it's only 30,000. It's this show. Nothing to worry about yet.
Right, you forgot about Buck Syndrome. Let's go now to quarter 6, 9:15 and 9:30 p.m. The continuation of the 6-man tag team match. MJF and Will Ospreay backstage. An ad break. Jamie Hayter's 1976 backstage interview. Mercedes Moné and Hayter's ramp angle. Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander's backstage angle. 550,000 viewers.
Ouch. Okay.
There's the
cliff. Buck effect is 81,000 people and 112,000 in the 30 minutes since they had appeared on the screen for the first time. Yeah, they're starting to leave in droves.
Well, we go now to quarter 7, 9:30 to 9:45 p.m. La Facción Ignobarale, or whatever that is, and Kevin Knight's live angle. Live angle? What angle was that? Was it more than Roosh? Was there another person?
Remember when they talk to each other, that's an angle.
Oh, I must have missed whoever.
I think they're talking about the Rush thing there. There was another Yahoo wandering around.
Oh, see, I missed that. Yeah. And then Okada versus Kevin Knight with picture-in-picture.
Oh, my God. The champion of putting people to sleep.
The post-match with Speedball Mike Bailey.
Oh, my God. The champion of running people off.
And a Don Callis backstage promo.
Oh, my God. The champion of please don't do this anymore.
555,000 viewers.
They got 5,000 back. What a combination. People had to think, what the fuck? This will never happen again. All this rotten television all at the same time.
We go now.
I'm not holding out a lot of hope for quarter 8, by the way.
We're going now to quarter 8. We have a 5-minute overrun. 9:45 to 10 p.m., quarter 8. An ad break. The Hurt Syndicate's backstage promo. And the start of Claudio versus Samoa Joe with picture-in-picture. 540,000 viewers. 5-minute overrun. Continuation of the match and the post-match with Powerhouse Hobbs and Moxley. 583.
Okay, now, again, the 43,000 for the 5 minutes, they're getting credit for Modern Family's time there. That doesn't make any sense that people would tune in. So just to see the climax of this thing. So actually, it wasn't bad as I thought. I thought to make the average, they'd have to get down to around the 500 mark, but they only lost 174,000 from the start of the program to the finish of regulation. I guess that ain't bad. It's the same people now. It's the same people, and even they get tired when you get to where there's 30 or 45 minutes left in this show, and they know they've seen everybody that they give a shit about. It's time to beat the traffic in their living room.
Yeah, I'll admit it. I went to bed early. I missed the main event.
Well, but so did there's thousands of people, depending on where you want to start from. But we're going to do that next week. We will look through the roster. Do they still advertise the people that work for this company?
They have something on their official website.
Has anybody taken out a complaint? Don't tell people I work for you.
They have something on their website, and we'll see if there's any other official source that can list the entirety of the roster.